What did you say?
Welcome back to the Chatting Average. My name's Adam. That's John. That's John. We're talking about baseball.
Woo!
This is week 2 of our 6-week series.
Whoa.
Of,
7-week series.
7-week series. My apology. My apologies.
Guys.
7-week series previewing all of the divisions in Major League Baseball, of which there are 6. So I don't know how we're doing a 7-week series on that. But
Can I say I don't listen to the Chatting Average.
All right, man.
But I
to be
was
fair, he's here during the recording. He doesn't have to. He already listened to it.
I was showering at one point this week to getting ready for work. And
I would hope so. I would really hope so.
I had a podcast on, and
showering to a podcast is psychotic behavior. Sorry, go ahead.
It ended, and the Chatting Average episode from last week started. So I got the intro of "Welcome back to the Chatting Average." We are 7 weeks away from Major League Baseball starting with opening day, which means we're going to do one of our 6 divisional previews. I know what you're thinking. And we're going to start with the AL East, which we always start with, is what Adam said, which is not true.
We've always done the AL East first.
And I think that might have been one of our funniest openings. But this week, we're going to do the NL Central. We're going to move east to west across the state.
The state?
First, the country.
Which
the state of the United. And then we'll do the NL. We'll do the AL West, and then we'll bounce back. We'll do the NL East for John, the AL Central for me, and the NL West for the Dodgers. And Adam, I guess we'll talk about Adam's team adding Jose Quintana. The NL Central. Boys, did we have a good week? Did anything happen that we need to talk about?
There wasn't anything major in Major League Baseball that we missed in the past week, was there, Mr. H?
Injuries, bro.
Oh, well, those don't matter. Those guys will be back.
Your favorite baseball player, he broke his hammock. I don't know how to tell you this, but
every single person has had
The Braves have lost 2 of their top 6 starters for opening day, and there is no indication that they're going to change. Which means, guess what? Bryce Elder, Joey Wentz, you will be getting starts in the Big 2-6.
Stop me if you've heard this one before.
Hear me out.
Chris Bryant. 60-day injured list.
What?
Well, but okay, wait, hang on. What is he injured with? What is he injured from last season with?
So this is the same injury that has kind of been lingering for a long time. He's got a degenerative back issue. This is basically the type of injury that ended David Wright's career. My
thing though, isn't the 60-day IL, it doesn't exist in the offseason. So like guys get reinstated to the 60-day IL from the season before.
So the reason that you would transfer a player to the 60-day at this point in the season basically is just to clear a spot on the 40-man roster. Because those players are not counted against that 40-man cap for one reason or another.
Well, other than everybody breaking their hand and Chris Bryant still being the most useless baseball player in Major League Baseball,
Chris Bryant, former National League Central player, by the way.
That's true.
Might have been.
That is one thing he has
in the division when it happened.
That's the one thing he has in common with Orlando Arcia.
Orlando Arcia and Chris Bryant were once teammates.
Oh.
Last year, the NL Central produced the best record in the league. Right, 97-65. The Milwaukee Brewers topped the conference. I mean the division. They went on to lose in the championship series to the Dodgers. The Cubs also made the playoffs. This is another division that had 3 playoff teams. The Cubs made the playoffs at 92-70 with a divisional series loss to the Brewers. And then the Reds 83-79 lost in the wild card round to the Dodgers. The Pirates and the Cardinals and the Pirates in order 78-84, 5 games back in the wild card race, and then the Pirates 71-91, 12 games back in the wild card race. Excuse me while I pull socks out of my toaster oven.
There's no way his cat is actually in his toaster oven.
Not in the toaster oven. He was standing over there though.
I gotta be honest with you fellas. Kind of forgot that Cincinnati made the postseason last year.
Well, you
Right?
did predict them to win the division, so
I,
actually, I think that might have been a World Series team.
they will not be predicted to win the division this year. I'm just laying those cards on the table right now.
He thinks they're
I'm
a
letting
wild
you
card
guys into my
team.
mind palace.
He's gullible.
Well, they did finish third, so we will once again start with the Milwaukee Brewers at the top of the division from last year, if that's all right with you all.
Sure,
I don't
fine.
think we have any say in the matter.
All right, good. The additions for the Brewers this offseason: third baseman Luis Rengifo, catcher Gary Sanchez, David Hamilton, Angel Zerpa, and then in a trade they get Brandon Sproat and Jet Williams and a few other guys that I just didn't feel the need to put on here. In a trade for Freddie Peralta to the Mets. So two young guys who could be exciting. I don't think they're technically in the 26-man opening day roster, but I feel like one of them is going to make the 26-man opening day roster. In free agency, they traded Freddie Peralta. They re-signed Brandon Woodruff. Isn't everybody excited to see him maybe wear the uniform this year? Danny Jansen leaves for the Rangers, Jose Quintana to the Rockies, Shelby Miller to the Cubs, Eric Haas to the Giants, Eric Fetty to the White Sox, Jordan Montgomery to the Rangers, and Rhys Hoskins remains unsigned. What do you guys think about their offseason? I know the Freddie Peralta thing was a big... We talked about it already, but maybe if we want to dive in more into the idea behind it for the Brewers specifically. I don't get it. I get you're a small market team, so you don't have you can't keep your best guy all the time. Um,
The Braves, I think, as a franchise, I look at them, or excuse me, the Brewers. I look at them through the lens, through the framework that I look at a franchise similar to the A's, similar to the Rays, for example, where the Brewers are going to do Brewers things because they are the Brewers. It's not
True.
going to get them better all of the time. Sometimes it will. Sometimes it will. But sometimes you have to trade your best player because you are the Brewers and the Brewers have to trade their best player. I think this is one of the off seasons where the Brewers take it on the chin. And maybe a couple of years from now, we'll see them losing in the National League Championship Series and selling off their players once again.
yeah, and I think that's I get why they did it. I think that in my opinion, I think that they fleeced the Mets. I think getting Jet Williams and Brandon Sproat for Freddie Peralta is kind of crazy.
Agree.
Um, I think Brandon Sproat
Roya might
is
be
it
a better pitcher than
Sproat? Does anybody know?
he might be a better pitcher right now than Freddie Peralta.
It's pronounced Sproat.
Like throat, got it. He's
Like
pitched in
like
4
throat.
games. Gotcha. 4.79 ERA last year with the Mets. I like it. I like that. He's technically not in their projected opening day rotation.
I think it's just because he has options, honestly. Um,
Yeah.
He will
Because
start the majority of the season for them.
I really, this might just be me convincing myself in a bit of an echo chamber here, but I really do think the Brewers did not get any worse this offseason. I think for their projections. I think for the outlook of a franchise, this was not like you would think that trading away Freddie Peralta would be like, oh my god, we're back to the scrap heap. But honestly, it's the same thing, Adam. Like they're trading. This is a very Brewers thing to do. I'm not surprised or shocked by it. And this whole team is getting young. This whole team is getting young. Looking at the rotation specifically, Mizorowski, Priester, Patrick, Henderson are very young for to have. Brandon Woodruff notwithstanding, not to mention Brandon Sproat knocking on the door right behind you. You look at the lineup: Churio, Terang, Sal Frelick, Garrett Mitchell, Joey Ortiz, even Blake Perkins and David Hamilton a little bit. Like this is a young team with Jet Williams knocking on the door. I honestly like all the moves that have been made here because they're either veterans that can hold down a position while you're waiting for some production, like the fact that Rengifo's going to get some starts at the hot corner just because they're not ready to bump Ortiz back there when Jet Williams comes up. You know, Gary Sanchez is a fine backup catcher because William Contreras is going to DH when he's not catching. You know, Angel Serpa, what a fun name. And I feel like I remember reading somewhere that there was a chance that he was going to be converted to a starter. I might just be completely making that up, but you know, David Hamilton plus glove pretty fast. And then Sproat and Williams, which I would point you towards the Foolish Baseball or the Foolish Bailey video about the Brewers getting really short, but they just got less short by trading Caleb Durbin.
Correct. And that's something we haven't brought up yet. That was the point that I wanted to get to. So I'm glad that you brought that up.
Can I fact check?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, that was the end of the thought. Go talk about Caleb Durbin.
Angel Serpa may make a chance into the starting rotation this year. They haven't decided yet.
Okay, cool. So I did hear that then. Caleb Durbin?
Anyway, Caleb Durbin. This loss to me, this trade feels like it's going to be a bigger deal maybe than even the Freddie Peralta thing.
Really?
Is that crazy to say? I just feel like you need that type of player in this type of brew. I mean, the Brewers' issue forever and always will be that they can't hit. And Durbin obviously is not the greatest bat in the world, but he was somebody that was solid, a mainstay in the lineup, and most importantly could play third base. Brewers don't really have anybody that can do third base right now, so I'm a little worried about that loss.
I
think
yeah.
utility man Andrew Vaughn can't swap to the other corner?
I think that Joey Ortiz can be a good third baseman if you trust Jet Williams at short, and right now they don't want to push him too quickly. But I do agree with you that he's, you're leaving a hole there. I think how I thought of it, Durbin has a higher ceiling as it'll hurt more if Durbin is really good.
Correct.
As a Brewers fan, than if Peralta's really good.
Feel. Thank you.
Right. Because if Durbin's really good, that's someone whose potential you could have unlocked. If Freddie Peralta's really good, okay, that's fine. You've got like 1 or 2 years left of Freddie Peralta team control as the Mets, and you return 2 rather good prospects for it. Correct. But if you just kind of pass on Caleb Durbin for David Hamilton, and he turns out to be really good, which I'm hopeful.
There's a universe where he's an everyday player.
Because I saw a tweet somewhere where it was like Durbin is the most smacking doubles off of the green monster everyday player ever, and I could totally see that happening. And if that happens, the Brewers are kicking themselves. The Brewers fans are kicking themselves. They are in the mentions of everything Pat Murphy is doing on every press conference, being like, "Why did you trade Caleb Durbin?" Because the moment Joey Ortiz is a negative WAR player, which you're gonna be like, man, if only we had a really young infielder that was a good contact hitter. Oh wait, he's in Boston.
He plays for the Red Sox now.
Me if I'm Babe Ruth.
Other way around.
Fuck. So, 84.5 wins over under.
Yeah, my thing is like, this is one of those teams, I forget who we mentioned this about last week, but like, you got to score 3 or 4 runs to win a baseball game. Can you score 3 or 4 runs to win a baseball game? Because your starting rotation is insane. Not flashy guys, but Priester had a great year last year. Chad Patrick had a great year last year. Logan Henderson in 5 games looked awesome. Jacob Mizorowski is awesome. Brandon Woodruff, I'd say is the question mark for this year, because who knows? Oh no, Brandon Woodruff sucks. Angel Zerpa or Brandon Sproat. Like, it's like it's like so many options that you're just like, all right, well, yeah, we just got to score like 3 runs today to win a baseball game. And I think this lineup can do it. My worry is last year, and I think you both would agree, like last year was like a flash in the pan kind of thing. I don't think they're getting 97 wins. I don't think they're getting 90 wins. I'll take the over at 82.5, but they're gonna be like 83 and 79.
It's
Darn.
84. So that's the
I'm
under,
gonna take
if
the
that's
under.
what you think.
I'm gonna take the under then. I'll take the under.
I'm going to take the under as well, just because this is a team that's getting younger. I think you're gonna see regression to the mean. I could see them floating around 80 wins, 80 or 81. I'll just say 81 for the sake of it. Just because especially this rotation, is a lot of players that just need to have time. Because you've got Misrowski, who got pushed back to the bullpen in that later push. Can he survive a full season of a starting pitcher workload in the MLB? At one point, does Robert Gasser come back up at some point? Does Sproat come back up at one point? Where does this infield shake out as well? A lot of questions that I think is going to take a bit of the season to really figure out. I can see them being a fun team down the stretch and maybe even getting into the wild card, but 84.5 is just a little too rich for my blood.
I'll be the one contrarian to the group. I'll take the over just barely. I see these guys right around 85 wins. I think this rotation is very, very good. And I think the lineup is solid enough that they're going to stumble into enough games that they can eke out this over here. I don't see this as a division winner type team, but I definitely think they'll be alive for a wild card.
All right. Any specific predictions about anybody on the team specifically?
I
Just
think
in case we want to keep track of it throughout the year. I know we did a few last week, so
Misrowski will be top 5 in strikeouts this season across the NL.
Caleb Durbin will have more WAR than anybody in the lineup for the Brewers.
Oh.
I don't have a. I would almost argue
Coward.
I want to do what if I have a contrarian prediction against Adams?
Okay.
The only guy with more WAR in this lineup is Andrew Vaughn than Caleb Durbin. He hits 47 home runs this year. No.
All right. Let's.
I will abstain from making a prediction.
That's right. This is Golden Spike's Cal Golden Bear Andrew Vaughn. We found him. We don't know where he went, but we found him.
He fell off the face of the earth for about 6 seasons, but he's back. He's back, baby.
6 seasons.
All right, going on to the Cubs. The Cubs 92 and 70 last year. Dudes be saying my team did nothing this offseason. And then you find out they're a Chicago Cubs fan. In the offseason, they've added Alex Bregman, Tyler Austin, Chas McCormick, Edwin Cabrera, Phil Maton, Hunter Harvey, Jacob Webb, Holby Milner, Shelby Miller. They re-signed Caleb Thielbar. They re-signed Shota Imanaga. And then they lost Kyle Tucker, Brad Keller, Michael Soroka, Aaron Savali, Reese McGuire, Drew Pomeranz, Willie Castro, Carlos Santana, Ryan Brazier, Taylor Rogers, Nate Pearson, Nicky Lopez, Eli Morgan, Keegan Thompson, and Justin Turner and John Birdie are both unsigned.
Holy shit.
How many is that, John?
So
What?
much.
How many was that?
I believe that was 21. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
16
6,
players
7,
lost
8.
in free aagencies, so 10 more players, and you could have a full 26-man roster. It would be a terrible 26-man roster.
That's
but
the thing. did they really lose any world-beating contributors outside of Kyle Tucker, maybe
Well, I would
Taylor
argue that
Rogers,
Reese
Keegan
McGuire
Thompson?
does beat worlds. But yeah, definitely Kyle Tucker there. No, I agree.
Yeah.
And I think that they've fixed things pretty well too. Like,
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Like you are
I think
very happy with your offseason if you're a Cubs fan, in my opinion.
you should be. Yeah, you should be. And I think, sweeten the deal, you get Alex Bregman. But like, even if they didn't get Alex Bregman, I really didn't hate the offseason before that. Like,
No, they built a
re-sign-
whole new bullpen.
Yeah. Re-sign a really good bullpen piece in Teal Bar, re-sign Shota, and then you go out and you sign, what is that, 5 or 6 relief pitchers? 5 relief pitchers? They're not big names. They didn't go out and sign Edwin Diaz, but like
But this
Phil
is sneaky
Maton,
good.
Hunter Harvey, like Hobie Milner, like these guys can be really
Jacob
good.
Webb. Jacob Webb is a sneaky
yeah,
one
like
there.
Wasn't he
He's one of mine.
a non-tender draft guy?
Yeah, he's one of mine. I'm high on him.
That's what I thought. Imagine that.
But yeah, like I really like this offseason. Like this, it works out to being pretty much the same lineup as last year. Michael Bush, Alex Bregman's there, Ian Happ, Seiya Suzuka, PCA, Horner, Dansby, Moises Ballesteros, and then Carson Kelly. What happened?
How did you get Seiya Suzuki's name as Suzuka, but you got Moises Ballesteros correct turn 1?
Because I am.
He watched the Bad
fluent in
Bunny.
Spanish.
He watched the Bad Bunny halftime show and got completely fluent.
Baboni. Baboni. I really like Miguel Amaya. Matt Shaw's still on the
He's not
team.
on
He
there.
actually would probably say that, dude. Bad Bunny, noted baseball ball knower.
He is really true.
Matt Shaw's still on the team until he has to miss a week or a month to go down to Arizona for no reason whatsoever.
Spring training.
They are in Arizona. That is correct. The rotation is okay.
If there's one thing that is worrying me, it's who is your frontline starter here.
Yeah, and I think the thing is they'll figure it out because last year it was who's our frontline starter? It's Shota, and then they were like, guys, Shota is not as great as we thought he was going to be for a second, or like in his second year, and then Matthew Boyd was like, I've sucked for every year in my career. Want to see me put together a Cy Young performance?
So like Cade Horton, rookie of the year runner up. Jameson Taillon could have a bounce back. So could Imanaga, Matthew Boyd, Edward Cabrera, not to mention Justin Steele had a UCL surgery in April of last year, which means that he's projected back first half of the season, and he would immediately be that best pitcher. I mean, point blank, period.
In theory. And I mean,
In theory.
Obviously, it's a lot safer now than it was 15, 20 years ago, but there's always a little bit of a question mark coming along with anybody coming back from TJ. And so I'll be a little interested to see what Steele really has to offer this year. I would expect him to be a top of the line guy, but there's a universe.
He didn't technically have TJ.
It's UCL.
He had his TJ he had his TJ repaired,
which is much worse. I would argue much worse. But like there's a universe where his stuff just isn't quite the same, and I think all of us would agree that there's a very good chance that Matthew Boyd regresses to the mean this year, right? Like I think if there are question marks right now, the rotation is where the majority of those question marks are going to start popping up.
I think.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. I think. So my like nickname for this division is like, we gotta go. We have to go. And it really just stems from there's a few guys on each team where it's like, you just gotta go be a Major League Baseball player. I'm tired of hearing Cade Horton could be really good for the Cubs. Then go be really good for the Cubs. Have a really good year. He had a good year last year. he's not the best option. There's some guys on the next few teams that are more of the really go do it guys. But like for Cade Horton, do it again. You started 22 games last year with a 2.67 ERA. Go do it again. Like I hate both of you so much. Also, more of just this team. Just go win the damn division. Stop shitting the bed in August.
Yeah, no, that's a point that I was going to make as well. I mean, this is for a
What
couple
did
of
I
years now,
say?
these Cubs have been clearly the best team in the division, and they find ways to not be the best team in the or not to win the division. And they've done that. I mean, last year the second half fall off was absolutely atrocious after having a couple guys that looked like they were going to be in the MVP conversation in the first half just decided to stop hitting in the second half. If they can sustain, if this group can sustain full seasons, this is a 95 plus win upside, in my opinion. But this is a team where the track record tells us their August and Septembers tend to not be very pretty.
Yeah, and I know like last year, like the thing was like, well, what's wrong with the Cubs? Oh, well, Kyle Tucker broke his whatever and just kept playing. He had a hairline fracture in his foot and just kept playing. And then they're like, we fixed his hairline fracture. We put him on the IL, and he came back and he was good again. Well, then, hey, Jed Hoyer, leave the office. Go check on the guys. Like, why is my star player, who I finally got in to come play for the Cubs after selling everybody off, not doing well? I don't know. I'll figure it out a month from now. Like, I don't like this team. They should have won the division the last 3 years. Like,
Yeah.
there's no reason this team is not successful, and I don't know.
Even after winning the World Series, they still got that Cubs stench on them.
Yeah. I don't know. All right, 88.5 wins unless we have anything else, any predictions or anything. But
88 and a half. I have to agree with Adam here. I'm going to take over. I think they're going to get to probably 91. I think Cade Horton will be a clear number one pitcher by the end of the season. I don't know what that means numerically, but I think you're going to see rather obviously that Cade Horton is your best option as a rotation piece.
I will also agree with over. I'm going to go a little higher than 91, though. I have them at like 95 wins. I'm upside believing on everything. Just go do it. It's the just go do it division. Just please go do it. Don't suck for 2 months. Because then I get to go home over the summer and oh man, we're just screwed. We're going to lose the whole division again. There's some dude he pulled a pancake out of his pocket. Like, come on. Just go win the division. Adam.
Yeah. Talent wise, this is the best roster in the division. I take the over here. I also think this is a 95 win team. Go out there and prove it, I suppose.
Yeah. John, I'm not going to write your prediction down about Cade Horton because, like, do we have a way to quantify that? Without, like, it being, like, an opinion. Hey, Cade Horton's our best starter kind of guy.
He will receive Cy Young votes. I will not say how many he will receive, but he will receive a Cy Young vote.
Horton receives Cy Young.
I don't hate that. I don't hate that take. I don't hate that.
I don't hate that either. Maybe I'm gonna make one here. What's the highest Bregman's ever finished in MVP voting?
Oh.
In 2019. Pretty good year. I say Bregman's top 5 in MVP voting. I think he has a really good year.
I would agree with that.
All right. Next team up, Los Cincinnati Reds. They have brought back the man, the myth, the legend, the greatest baseball player to ever put on the uniform, Eugenio Suarez. J.J. Bleday, Dane Myers, Brock Burke, Pierce Johnson, Caleb Ferguson, and on non-roster invites, thought these were important to put down, Nathaniel Lowe and Michael Toglia. In free agency, they re-signed Emilio Pagan. Nick Martinez, Austin Hayes, Miguel Andujar, Scott Barlow, Brent Suter, and Heimer Candelario all have left. Zach Littell, Wade Miley, and Santiago Espinal are all unsigned. This is the most go-do-it team in the division.
I mean,
just go do it.
I'm looking at that lineup. I'm looking at that rotation. And I'm starting to believe.
Oh, great. They're going to win the division again, aren't they?
This team is so full of
just
I don't want to call them failed prospects. Yes, it's just go do it guys.
We need prove it guys.
It's prove it guys. Sal Stewart could be really good. He is probably the closest to a true prospect here. Matt McLean, just go do it. Ellie De La Cruz, just go do it. You know, Noel V. Marte, JJ Bleday.
Yeah.
You know, could Brian Hayes actually remember which way the bat goes? I don't know.
No, maybe not, but he's probably still going to win the Gold Glove at third base.
Somehow. And, I mean, dude, Nick Lodolo, it's time, buddy.
Nick.
You gotta hurry up, buddy. If I could do the White Rabbit, let's hurry up, man. Because Hunter Green's good, Andrew Abbott's good, Brady Singer is good.
Serviceable.
Like another guy on a prove it year, I will say.
But can you step it up? Chase Burns, does he have it?
Go do it.
Maybe go do it. Nick Lodolo, buddy.
Go do it.
Go do it. This is a team. Yeah, that's kind of I really would love to say more, but this is, if there was one controls their own destiny team in this entire 5-team division, it is the Reds, because I could put them anywhere from 1 through 5 and justify it. In my head.
Sure. Oh, for sure. I could so see them underperforming and somehow losing more games than the St. Louis Cardinals.
Which is it's gotta be possible.
Yeah.
Difficult.
I have a fun fact about the lineup for the Cardinals when we get there. Don't let me forget.
Is it bad?
It's not great. No, this team is. It should be good. It should be really good.
I mean, that's been the case for the last couple.
And
of
I know.
years.
And my thing is I think Ellie needs to go do it. No, something needs to change in his approach to the game and not even just at the plate. He needs to just realize I'm great at baseball. And I don't know, this is going to sound crazy. I don't know if it comes from getting him off of shortstop. Because I think if you put him out in center field, he learns how to hit.
Well, the Pirates thought the same thing about O'Neal Cruz.
Well, correct. But I think that there's so much into... I mean, think about it. You watch a Cincinnati Reds game, it's like every time the ball goes to shortstop, it's either a 200-mile-an-hour rocket off of his arm, or it's he just made a third grader's mistake trying to pick the ball up. So, I don't know. I really like it.
De La Cruz, to me, is in the Yoenis Cespedes vein of baseball superstar, in that they are insanely gifted, insanely talented 5-tool players that just don't have the baseball IQ to be playing at the major league level for long, sustained careers in the way that a lot of, you know, in the way that a lot of superstars that you traditionally think, being mainstays in lineups for 10, 20 years do have to have. You have to, at a certain point as a major league ball player, you're going to have to adapt your game. You're going to have to reinvent your game. And I'm not sure that De La Cruz is the type that's ever going to be able to really adapt his playing style. Which to me makes it all the more critical that the Reds really hit on his window, because it's not going to be a very, very big window where De La Cruz is the brightest superstar of the franchise. And a year like this year where you go in feeling at least semi-confident about him, it's a year that you really got to get it right.
Yeah. This team they should be the second best team behind the Cubs. Like, legitimate. They should be.
They should.
And I know it's like the argument of like on paper versus what actually happens in 162 games is obvious, but like they should just go out there and do enough to make the playoffs without having to get down to the last few games and be like, man, I hope we finish over 500. Like, I don't know. They're set at 82.5 wins. They finished with 83 last year. So I don't know who looked at the records last year and just said, screw it, that number. But, John?
I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't know how much clearer I can say that I do not like having to actually ascribe a number to this. Because again, this could literally go any way at all. But I think that they are under. I think they are around 80 wins. They're gonna be like 2 weeks out chasing they're gonna be chasing the Brewers a little bit, and the Brewers are gonna pull away, but it's gonna be like how it was this year, where they had a really good like middle part and then just lost it all.
I don't know, man. I have this habit on this show of year after year when we do these season previews. I have this habit of stepping in the same bear trap over and over again, and it's really bad for my legs. Like, I wouldn't recommend stepping into bear traps once, let alone several times. However, I'm going to take this opportunity to step into this bear trap again.
No!
I think the Cincinnati Reds are finally going to figure it out this year. I'm not saying they're going to win the division, but I feel solid about them getting over the over-under. I feel solid about them being a postseason team this year.
100 wins? 110 wins?
Oh, certainly not. Certainly not. But I feel very solid that they are a top 2 team in this division.
All right. I have a prediction. Gino returns to the smallest ballpark in the league and breaks the home run record for the Cincinnati Reds. 52 plus home runs.
52? He could get to that.
He had 49 last year at age 33. He had 49 in 2019 while on the Reds.
Yeah, but that was juice ball era. That was a little different.
It was 2019. Was that juice ball era?
That was like the last year of it, really.
Yeah. I think that this man, as a DH, is going to walk out onto that field every day and just go, all right, a home run a day, 162 a year. That's all I need. Like,
clocking in.
Like, he's clocking in for work to just go hit 4 times. He's not gonna play the field. They aren't gonna do that. Like, just make it pretty. Make him hit home runs. The record is currently held by George Foster in 1977 with 52 of them.
It's possible.
I think he gets there. Anybody got a prediction or no?
I do have a bold prediction.
Go ahead.
Non-roster invite Nathaniel Lau starts 100 games at first base.
Yeah.
What does Sal Stewart get shot? What do you like? What happens?
Sal Stewart is going to take some seasoning in AAA.
Are you saying at first base specifically?
Yes.
All right.
I saw that look.
I'd have taken the dude. Fuck it, I'm making a second one. Toglia makes 50 starts at first.
No,
That's worse. H, back me up. That's a worse guess.
that's
a worse.
so much worse. Oh my god! At least
That's
Nathaniel Lau had it.
that's a non-tender draft guy. I gotta believe.
Lau's a non-tender draft guy for me.
Exactly. All right, on to the 78 and 84
first
St. Louis Cardinals. In the offseason, they added Dustin May, Ryan Stanek, Justin Brule. I've spelled that wrong here, but it's like Brule, Matt Puchard, and George Soriano. In free agency, they lost Miles Michaelis, Garrett Hampson, John King, and Jorge Alcala. And my fun fact about this lineup, Adam, would you please read through all 9 names in this lineup real quick?
Projected opening day lineup versus a right-handed pitcher. Leading off is left fielder Lars Nootbaar. Batting second, designated hitter Ivan Herrera. Batting third, first baseman Alec Burleson. Batting fourth, third baseman Nolan Gorman. Batting fifth, the shortstop Mason Wynn. Sixth, the second baseman J.J. Weatherholt. That is spelled wrong. Number 7, the right fielder Jordan Walker. Number 8, the center, or rather the catcher Pedro Pajes. And the center fielder Victor Scott II rounds out the group.
Every single guy in that lineup was originally acquired by the St. Louis Cardinals. Every single one of them started their Major League Baseball career, whether that be at 14 years old in the Dominican Republic, at 18 years old out of the draft, or at 23 years old out of the draft. Every single one of them is a St. Louis acquired player from amateurs.
I mean, and that's great for home growing it, but why are they all mid?
Is it because there's not a good player on that list?
No,
So
there's
do you
not.
remember when I said last week I was talking about the Rays, and I said the 1 through 5 in the Rays lineup reads like an assorted 5 through 9 on a playoff roster.
Yeah.
Every player on this start opening day lineup reads like an assorted 7 through 9 on a team that wins like 85 games.
Listen, there's some fun guys. Mason Wynn and Nolan Gorman are fun. JJ Weatherholt could be good. That could be fun.
I'm really high on Weatherholt.
Anyways, let's read the rotation. Matthew Liberatore, or however you say his stupid name. Dustin May, Andre Palante, Michael McGreevy, and Kyle Lehigh. I don't know. Guess what? Hey guys, we're gonna have to put up 15 runs a game to win any of these.
Kyle Leahy, former Colorado Mesa Maverick. That's my first
Right, buddy.
That's my immediate first thought. My immediate second thought, and I'll leave you with this. I'll let you talk about the rotation, but this I want to leave you guys with beforehand. Dustin May wearing the Cardinals City Connect uniform is going to be the most red human being of all time.
The first thing I immediately think of when seeing Dustin May wearing the Lou is that stupid, like, all the NBA, like, wash edits where it's like, you light my fire. Like, and it's like Celtics Shaq and, like, Trailblazers Damian Lillard and, like, all the worst players, like, you've ever seen.
Damian Lillard.
But, like,
Raptors Chris Paul.
Yes. You know, the one that appeared in games. This is bad. This is bad. This is bad. This is bad. this they're never going to sell. If they sell out Busch Stadium more than a third of the games this season, it will have been a success.
Sell out games?
Yeah. If they
This
sell, yeah,
more than a third?
yeah, then it will have been a rousing success. I don't think it'll happen.
John, that's like
Once
not
upon
even
a
in.
time,
That's not
once
like not
upon a
even
time,
in
the
like.
Cardinals were a proud fan base, and they sold out every
Yeah,
game regardless.
the Cardinals used to sell out every game. That's why I'm trying to
This
give
was
them
not
some
that long.
credit.
In
This was
81
not that
games
long.
last year, they had less than 2.5 million attendees.
Yeah, no, they. One
If
thing
they
you
sell
learn
out more
about
than
sports
a
fans in the state of
7,
Missouri, they are very, very strongly a fair weather contingent.
do
Literally
not tell.
every fan base in the state of Missouri. Last night, while the Missouri Tigers were down 10 with 5 minutes left, there were 17 people in the stands. I'm pretty sure. I watched everybody rush for the exits to go get in a crash on I-70. I don't even care. What are your predictions? There's like nothing to talk about with these terrible team.
Can someone go before me so me saying under doesn't sound ridiculous?
Yeah, sounds good. I'm gonna take the under. I think these guys are really bad at baseball. I
Any number?
also,
I'm
I
also going to
also,
take the under.
I also think Ollie Marmol is a terrible baseball coach, and I don't think that's going to help their situation any.
Okay.
I will predict he gets fired.
Darn it. I'm gonna jump on that decision. Hang on. Ollie Marmol gets fired. Ditto, and then is Ron Washington employed anywhere?
He's
Oh,
in San Francisco, I think.
didn't he like retire last year
What'd you
with
say?
the wasn't he with the Rangers last year and retired midseason for like some
I
medical
swear to God, he
stuff?
was.
He was with
Don
the Angels.
The Angels, that's right.
Don
Don
Mattingly.
Mattingly?
Don Mattingly gets hired as the interim manager of this team.
He's the
Donnie
bench coach in
Baseball.
Toronto.
Donnie Baseball.
He's left Toronto, but
No,
he doesn't have
no.
a job currently.
Stubby Clapp is gonna play. Is gonna get that gig.
Oh shoot, he's the Phillies bench coach.
Oh, Phillies. Okay.
I'm gonna keep it anyways. All right, the final team. Last year's 71-91 Pittsburgh Pirates. And hear me out. A good offseason from these Pirates.
I was about to say the same thing.
Brandon Lau, Ryan O'Hearn, Marcell Ozuna, The Password, Jake Mangum, Jose Urquidy, Gregory Soto, and Mason Montgomery. They lose Colin Holderman and Marco Gonzalez, and Tommy Pham, Dari Moreta, and Andrew McCutcheon are still currently unsigned.
I like this lineup. I'm sorry. I like this lineup. I like it. I don't like it. I don't. Spencer Horwitz, Brandon Lau, Brian Reynolds, Ryan O'Hearn, Marcell Ozuna, O'Neal Cruz, Nick Gonzalez, Jared Chiolo, and Joey Bart. Now, this is a lineup that will not be able to handle a ground ball.
Yeah, the defense is terrible.
No, okay, okay. I might be overselling it. Jared Chiolo is a good fielder. Spencer Horwitz is, I think, okay. And O'Neal Cruz is fast.
See, okay, so here's my thing. What I thought was weird about this opening day projected lineup was I think I would rather have Brian Reynolds in left field in Pittsburgh than Ryan O'Hearn. I would rather make Ryan O'Hearn a right fielder and have him deal with the wall behind him than have him deal with the funky corner in left center.
Yeah, I mean Reynolds knows the ballpark a lot better.
That too, and Reynolds has played centered for them.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't know. And this is a projection, so, like, that doesn't matter. I wouldn't be surprised if the opening day roster reflects that and O'Hearn's playing right field. But
I mean, ideally, O'Hearn would play first base, but the problem is Horwitz is going to play first. And
Marcell Ozuna is useless anywhere but DH, so.
Which I don't, if there's one signing I don't get, it's Marcell Ozuna.
Well, you have to remember that this is
Yeah.
the same team that went after Kyle Schwarber, and this is the same team that went after Alex Bregman, and this is the same team that went after Kyle Tucker, and they lost out on all of them. So they kind of were just like, holy crap, sign somebody. So they went and signed
Yeah.
somebody.
I to a certain degree, right? Like at least they're trying, right? At least they're going out
Yeah.
and meeting people. I mean, you look at the names that they added this offseason, a guy like Brandon Lau, a guy like Ryan O'Hearn, like Gregory Soto, even a Jose Urquidy to a degree. Like these are moves that a team that expects to be contending for the postseason goes out and makes.
I agree, and I still really love this rotation. Obviously, you get Paul Skeens off the tops, so you're winning every fifth day. Mitch Keller's not been bad. Braxton Ashcraft, Bubba Chandler, Jose Urquidy, with Jared Jones coming back partway through the year.
He should be
Elbro,
coming back semi early in the
I
year,
think he'll
right?
be back on opening day, but I don't know for sure. Elbow internal brace surgery in May of last year. So I like this team. I enjoy Pittsburgh Pirates baseball. I think that Joey Bart won't be the starting center. Center. God, I did what Adam did. Catcher. Henry Davis, the Italian. He's not. He's Great British. Will be will be their starting catcher by the end of this year. But
I
I
don't
really
think
like this
Henry
team.
Davis is British.
He plays for Great Britain.
I think you're thinking of Henry Ford. Henry Davis is the
That's
former,
Harry Ford. Neither of
yeah,
you got it right.
former Oregon
Okay. Well,
State,
Harry Ford made the
Louisville. Excuse
car.
me, he played his college ball at Louisville. Former first overall pick, and just has not stuck whatsoever at the major league level.
I think this is a dark horse team.
Yeah, and in a
But like
division like the NL
be used.
Central that is that wide open, there's a path.
I agree, and I mean like I don't think they're going to win the division. Their over/under set at 78.5. That's 2 games below 500 if you take the half over. Like if they finish at 82 and 80, that means they're 1 game back from the playoffs last year in the National League. So I enjoy that they went and tried to do things this offseason. And like I said, they did try for Kyle Tucker. They tried for Alex Bregman. They tried for Kyle Schwarber, and they just fell short on everyone. And supposedly the Kyle Schwarber money was more than what the Phillies gave him. So, like, that's the issue, is that nobody wants to play in Pittsburgh. That's kind of the issue with every Central team, National League and American League. But, like, I don't know. I enjoy that they tried to do something. They do have a lot of guys who are, like, homegrown. That I think will make a
Especially on
good
that pitching side of things.
right. I don't know. I like it. John, 78.5, unless you've got anything else. Okay, yeah.
Adam, this bear trap looks crazy, man. I want the over. I want 83 wins. I think they win more than the Brewers do this year. I'm not even kidding.
I was going back and forth between them and the Brewers when I was making my final division standings, which we'll get to in just a second here. I think I'm going to differ from you on that one, but I do think they clear that 80 win hurdle. This is a year where the Pirates, I think, start turning the corner. They're not fully there, but I think this is the year where we finally start like, okay, now they're hitting their stride.
Do you have a win total? I mean, you're going to need it.
Pencil me in for a cool 82 and 80.
I also will be taking the over. I'm going to have them at 84 wins, which really shapes up my standings, which I think we should do. John,
Yes.
your division winner.
Chicago Cubs. Kind
And
of
you
easy.
had them at, uh, uh, hang on. John, you had them at 91, which would put them at what, 91 and 71?
I think. Now again, these numbers are not really.
The numbers are arbitrary.
Yeah.
We're really more picking where we think the actual 5 teams will land in the standings. The numbers are kind of cool because if we get it right, that's insane. I have the Cubs winning the division also. I had them at 95 wins. Adam, you had the same. So
Yes, I will also be rocking with the Cubs to win the division. Hashtag fly the W.
okay, let's not say that. Cubs at 95 and 67 as well. John, your second place finisher.
You know what? You know what? I I I can't believe this is correct, but I do think that the Pirates are the second best team here. I can't
Yes,
believe
that
I'm
that is
saying
what you
this.
have technically compared to what you've said. Yeah.
I can't
Talk about
believe
bear
I'm saying
traps.
this. Holy bear trap. My leg's getting torn off. Hey, wait till we get to the AL
I'll
West.
tell you what, though, the second before that bear trap closes, it feels phenomenal. It feels great right before the trap closes on your leg.
I also have the Pirates finishing second, a cool 1 game above the next 2 teams at 84 and 78. Adam,
I'll
you
take
did
the.
not give win totals for every team, which is pissing me off. You had the over on the Reds at 82 and a half, but you didn't give us a number. And then
Yes.
you had the over at 85 for the Brewers. So this is your decision.
So I think the Brewers win exactly 85 games. I think the Reds win 86. The Reds I have finishing second in this division. You guys can rock with your Pirates, but I believe everything's going to go right for the Reds this year. This is a team that's been right on the brink for a couple of years now, and we're finally cashing in.
John, you are up here for your third place team. You had the Reds at 80 wins, and you had the Brewers at 81. So I think that puts you with the Brewers in third, correct?
That does. I think the Brewers are at 81 wins. And that's okay. And that's okay with me.
I have the Reds finishing third in the division with the same exact record as the 83 and 79 Milwaukee Brewers, finishing fourth. Though the Reds get the decision on a tiebreaker and make the playoffs once again. Adam, your third place team.
The Milwaukee Brewers, 85 wins. I expect them to be competing for the final wild card spot in the National League. Not really in play for the division. I think this is a clear regression year for them, but I still think they have enough things right, specifically in the rotation, to still be a fringe playoff squad.
John, your final team or your fourth team would be the Reds, correct?
Yep. I want nothing to do with them. Get them out of my sight.
I don't want to see them no more. You had them under at 80 wins.
Yep.
Sound good still?
Yeah, sounds fine to me. I think there's a lot of infill in this middle part.
I had the Brewers at 83 and 79, so they're in fourth place with that tiebreaker loss to the Reds. Adam, your fourth place team.
You guys both have the Pirates as the number 2 team in this division. I will take my easy points here, be the contrarian, and land them in fourth place. Give me 80 and 82 on the year, just missing out on 500, but a clear step in the right direction for the Pirates. I know I said 82 and 80 earlier, but I've flipped that around in my head on
right.
further discussion.
That's good with me. I was really confused for a second. I was like, man, did I write that down wrong? All right, John. And I think this is the point of contention for the rest of the season. What is the St. Louis Cardinals record?
The Cardinals are going to win 66 games. They are going to be abysmal dog shit. And it hurts my heart because I'm going to hear it so much this spring because I have quite a few friends who are Cardinals fans. And I don't want to be miserable as a Braves fan, but I really don't want to hear other fans also be miserable. Because Cardinals fans still think that
Shut up.
it's getting sold out every game, and it's not. It's over. It's over. The new best ballpark in MLB is Sutter Health Park in West Sacramento, California.
Always has been.
I have the Cardinals finishing at 57 and 105.
Jesus.
I think that injuries will play into this, and I also think that Ali Marmol will be fired by like July. So,
Yeah, ugh. Um, I will take H's win total of 66 games and add 1 to that, and that's what I'll take. But this is going to be a patently horrible team that will be in draft lottery position next year to try and get somebody that they can add to JJ Weatherholt whenever their next playoff window comes around.
but don't worry, guys. They have the son of the guy who won them the World Series 16 years
Alec
ago.
Burleson will not be a St. Louis Cardinal the next time they make the postseason.
I think that's also a fun thing that we could do with our final week beforehand. Is like look at the worst teams that we project and just be like, this guy's gone. This guy's traded. This guy's traded. Fire sale at Busch Stadium. It is time for the Immaculate Grid. John, what is the Immaculate Grid?
The Immaculate Grid is a 3x3 grid with 3 rows and 3 columns leading up to 9 intersections. And today, it's all teams, which means that we have to match one team to another team and make sure that that player is the rarest possible we can get that has played for both of these teams. Now, one of these rows is Adam's beloved Colorado Rockies.
It's one word for it.
The rows today are the Washington Nationals, the Los Angeles Dodgers, the New York Mets, and then the columns are the Cleveland Guardians, the Colorado Rockies, and the Texas Rangers.
What were you looking for under your desk?
The top to my AirPod case cover.
Sure, man.
No further questions, Your Honor.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Where's your cat, John?
He is licking his own butt, I think.
All right, cool.
All right.
You asked.
Well, I didn't think you'd tell me that. Like, I didn't.
You tell me that. I have a Cleveland Guardian, Washington National. He's behind me, isn't he? Lucas Giolito. At 0.6%. He is behind me. That right there is his no-hitter. That's him.
Is Cleveland, New York, is Noah Syndergaard too easy?
I don't know the last time I thought of Noah Syndergaard. The last time he played was 2 years ago. Jesus.
Well, he was pitching for AAA for the White Sox last year.
I know.
Interesting.
I really thought he was going to make the roster. I can't believe with that team that he didn't.
But yes, Noah Syndergaard.
That is 1%. Not too bad.
I support that.
Thank you. I support that too because I picked it.
Okay, shut up.
I am working on this Rockies row here. I should have all 3 answers to be able to provide to you guys in just a second here.
Great.
Washington. Did you do Rangers Nationals?
No, I did Cleveland Nationals
Cleveland.
with Lucas Giolito.
What you know about What you know about Derek Hill? What do you know about? What do you know about?
For
I was trying to see if it was
Nationals
Derek
Rangers?
Hill. Yes, for Nationals Rangers.
I know that he's 0.03% for that.
Yeah, because he went from the Rangers to, I believe he went to the Marlins, and
Yeah,
then
that sounds
to
right.
the Giants, and then somewhere else. So, yes, Derek Hill. He had a good defensive play last year with the Marlins.
Just one.
All right, I got our Rockies row. If you guys are ready
All
for
right,
this,
run through it. Nationals, Rockies.
Nationals Rockies. I think we're gonna start with a banger. That's Ryan Rayburn.
Got him. 0.2.
Then we jump down from there. Rockies, Los Angeles Dodgers. Of course, we're going with the noted reliever Yency Almonte.
Okay. 0.6.
And to round out the crew for Rockies and the New York Metropolitans, noted third base coach Eric Young Jr.
Junior. 1%. I have a Ranger Dodger that I want to run by you.
Please.
Josh Spores. 13 games in his career as a Dodger.
That's fine with me.
Good with you guys? 0.2. Not bad. We need a Cleveland Dodger and a Texas Ranger New York Met.
Cleveland Dodger. Oh my god, I just thought of one. It was like an infielder. Come back to me on it.
We'll try. I mean, maybe.
Cleveland Dodger. Like it feels like a pairing that would have already that would make a lot of sense.
Oh. Okay.
Rangers Mets. How about a little Travis Jankowski?
When was he on the Mets? I put him in 2%. When was he on the White Sox? His picture is him on the White Sox.
White Sox? Travis Jankowski is one of those guys that's just like he just is places.
He was on the White Sox this year.
He doesn't fly, he doesn't get traded. He just shows up on teams in spring training, and everyone's like, okay, I guess we got Travis this year.
I have my Cleveland Dodger.
All right.
Noted second baseman Eddie Rosario.
Right.
Ooh.
0.3%.
He was the emergent
of 6 today.
6.
Hardest spot on the grid was a Colorado Rocky Dodger. However, there are only 76 of them.
7-6.
Division rivals. We don't trade with them.
Right. Only 75 Nationals Rockies as well.
Two new
Rockies
franchises
really just don't trade because they don't have a single guy in these 3 rows that are above 100 total players. We did get below the average score of 7.1. That is the thickest head I've ever seen. Mike Hampton was the number 1 answer for the Rockies Mets. And I think it's just the framing of this picture.
A large melon.
That is the biggest head I've ever seen. It's so big that his ears aren't even there. I think it curves back. All right, that has been the chatting average. If you're following us right here on, maybe it's Spotify, maybe it's YouTube, maybe it's Apple Podcasts, or even Amazon Podcasts, I guess. Like it, share it, comment if you can. I don't know if they can all be commenting.
I don't know. You don't listen to our podcast, John.
No, true. Good point. You know what I could do though? I could listen to every single one and be like the 0.0001% of our listeners. Anyway. Yeah, do that. If you want to follow us on Twitter, it's the Chatting AVG. Maybe we'll start posting there. Blame Adam. That's Adam. That's John. That's John. John, shut up. With all that being said, thank you for listening. The American League West is next week.